That's pretty close. What's happening, Earthlings? My name is Paul Rodriguez. I'm an author, illustrator, and educator. What I'm going to do is take you on a journey into the Amazon and back out to here where we live. Can anyone raise your hand and tell me something cool and good that you know about the Amazon? There's a lot of trees. Why are the trees important? They help us breathe, right? And even more importantly, monkeys can climb them. Excellent. What do you know about the Amazon? Yes, amazing, unique, one-of-a-kind animals that you can't find any place in the world. I'm going to show you a bunch of them. Now to the sad part. Can anyone tell me anything bad about the Amazon that you know? Yeah, there's a lot of fires that people are setting. So there are a lot of companies that have a lot of money and they want to make a lot of money and they care more about their money than they do about the trees or the animals, or even worse, the people that still live in these jungle areas. Can anybody tell me the color of New York? Yes? Green, very good, right up here. So I took a flight from New York all the way down to Peru, and I landed in the city of Lima. And the next slide is going to show you a close-up of this area, something called the Pacaya Samaria Natural Reserve. And this is really important throughout my presentation because it is a protected place. It is protected from the people who cause the fires. It's protected from the people who drill for oil. It's protected from the people who hunt animals. So this is when I first landed in Lima. This is like homes in the city. Have you ever been to Queens or Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay, so you might have seen houses like this. This is kind of like what Long Island would be like over there. However, here's a crazy thing. These are refugees. Who, are you guys familiar with that word?
Yes.
When something happens to a certain people and they get uprooted and they have to go somewhere else. Well, they're refugees within their own country. Because what we talked about earlier, some of these big companies who are burning the rainforests or destroying these different areas, they're destroying areas where these people live. And because their homes get wiped out, they have to come to this little kind of village area and do makeshift homes. So it's kind of crazy that they have to do that. But just down the block, voila, beautiful water park. So this is a really nice area. It's simple, but they have everything. You know, everything you want for happiness in life. Finally, we get to the Amazon, and we get on this smaller boat. It's called a skiff, and that boat took us over to the bigger boat. We went to visit all these different places along the river. Sometimes we literally had to have a machete and chop our way through the water to get where we're going. Here's just another beautiful setting. And here's a cool tree, another beautiful setting. Look how big this tree is, it's amazing. And here's a bunch of men having a great time fishing. Today, more than in the past, the women help with fishing too. And they're very proud. You never see them with a fishing pole. They always use a line. They also use nets. And if you look in the bottom of the boat, here's all the fish. And here's a red-bellied piranha. And if you look closely, it's missing its teeth. The reason why, I heard, is because he's in his boat and he's fishing and he doesn't have shoes on. And as he catches the fish, he'll throw them in the boat by his feet. And if the fish are still alive, these piranhas have razor-sharp teeth, so they will eat his toes. So sometimes he has to take the teeth out of the fish so that they don't eat his toes. And this is just the cool, like, I don't know, this guy's like 800 years old and he was like so happy to see us. He's like, look at my fish. So, like, simple, right? He has everything in the world that he needs. He's so happy. I want to show you, see the tree that's fallen behind him? So similar trees like that, over the centuries, they learned how to make canoes and they invented the canoe in this area and around the Caribbean. So imagine they saw that tree and they decided they wanted it to be a certain length and they chopped it here and they chopped it there. And then they would carve it out. They would carve it out in the middle so that it would be one piece of wood that would become their canoe. But of course, this is a tiny one, but they would do it on a big scale. And some of them, I think, were even longer than this room. They make amazing canoes by hand. All right, bye, old dude. Okay, and also the Amazon is like the land of rainbows. Does anybody know why? Quick science? Shout it out.
The rain,
right? Okay, and here's my Spanish speakers Read for me. Peligro, tell them what it means.
Danger.
It means danger. So in this beautiful paradise, they're kind of tearing through the jungle. But back to a happy picture. Here's some kids in a village, and they're having a great day. See their huts in the back? Here's an example of one. So this is a park ranger. He doesn't live there full time, so he doesn't really have all his personal stuff. But just so you get an idea of what it might look like inside. And here's a whole bunch of crafts. These people make them by hand. I'm going to show you more. These are examples. These are from the Amazon, made by indigenous people from there. Another thing about my trip that was amazing is I traveled with National Geographic and a company called Lindblad, who are very environmentally conscious, and they give back money from my trip to the community, and they also make available the handcrafts directly from those people. So when I bought all of these crafts, my money went directly to them, and they fed their kids. This one's a bracelet, or I don't know, maybe it's an earring.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure. So here's how they do it. It's a palm leaf, a type of palm tree, I believe. And they take these strands off. Then they take those strands and they cut them up into smaller and skinnier pieces. Then they take those pieces and they roll them together. And then the colors on those crafts, it's all natural things like they have different fruits and I think roots and minerals. I don't remember the details of how they do the colors, but all the colors that you see here are natural colors that come from the rainforest. Here's some kids that I got to meet while I was there, and they're just extra cute. I don't know what they're feeding these kids. Are you ready? I hope you're ready for this. So now we're gonna look at some animals. Does anybody know? Not a cheetah. It is a jaguar. In the rainforest, they have jaguars. This is balsa wood. It's super delicate, so I can't pass it around. It's super light. But whoever carved this, after they were done, they took like a hot stick and they would burn the stick and use flame, and then they would burn the pattern into the jaguar to make it have its camouflage. Okay. And this is a bamboo flute or a pan flute. What kind of creature is this? Anybody know? Call it out. Here's another one. It's like this big. Imagine that was in your bathroom. This is an iguana, and this is a caiman. Who can see the animal?
Oh, it's me.
Can you see the leaf camouflage? So a little bit more science. Who knows what camouflage is? The other type of camouflage, we're going to see some little tiny frogs, is camouflage that the prey use to hide from the predators. Right? So that's camouflage. All right, keep that in mind. Can you see there's two creatures here? Butterfly and a grasshopper. This is the blue morphos. Holy cow, are they amazing. I'm not exaggerating. They're like this big, the wings. And you think it's a bird when it's coming up. So here's a camouflage little tiny frog. And here's another one. See the green? You can easily see it hiding with that color, right? Okay.